Hi guys, good evening on the other side of the planet. Uh, I just need some clarifications on some parts of the website, specifically, well, on the product side of things. So, first things first, um, I love the new design. It's up to this point, it's really fun working on it. But the first question is around this part on the choose your routine. Um, I would like to clarify something about the button. How would you like them to be used? Because right now, as I can see here, when I click it, it goes to the product page and on the specific part, like let's say here on the mouth rinse. Uh, I get that and I can do that, but how about how about on the other parts of the site, like this one, for instance? If I click here, don't you want it to go on the mouth rinse part? Because it's gonna be, uh, I think it's a much better, um, a much better alternative than transferring them to the product page when in fact you still have the products here. Um, but if you still want that kind of function, then that's fine. I can, I can definitely do that. So basically, but on the next page, let's say I'm on the product page. If I click, let's say mouth rinse, it just goes to the mouth rinse area, right? So I just need to clarify that part. So, and the next thing I want to ask, and this is the more detailed question, is on the. I understand that clicking add to cart and subscribe and save would directly lead the customer to the checkout, and that's easy, and I can do that, and it's just one line of code, and that's it. But here's my question. So before on the old website, we have like for winter mint or for the adult mouth rinse, we have one page and it's a variation of each of those products. Um, are we going to stop doing that and just move on to creating single instances of each product? Because if so, my suggestion for the subscribe and save, that way we can still achieve this kind of result, is to, what do you call this? Is to create a duplicate of each of these products um, for each flavor and create it as a subscription product. That way, that way we can control the subscription and the single purchases. And we can also easily change the pricing on the subscription and not just like 10% or 20% or remove $10 from the pricing. So for example, um, we can have we can have like a subscribe and save one product 69.99, subscribe and save two products for something with a better discount, you know? And another question for the subscribe and save is that, are we going to have just a monthly a monthly thing for the subscribe and save, or do we also have like the 2 month the every 2 months option that we have on the old site? Because if we're going to have that, I would like to suggest that instead of uh, instead of subscribe and save, it's gonna say subscribe and save now. And when they click that, a pop-up will appear with a selection of either a 1 month, uh, an every month type of subscription, or an every 2 month type of subscription. Right. So let me know if that idea is good. And for the next part is, let's um, say for example, it is here on the product page. Now, I understand that we may be moving on to a per single product kind of display. but I'm seeing here is a variation type kind of display for the products. Now, this isn't a problem. I just want to clarify. Uh, I have a plan in mind uh, for for the products, but I would like you guys uh, to agree on it. Because first thing, we can't do the same old variation type of product display. It's because the add to cart button for the variation is generated via Ajax. Um, it's not impossible to edit, but I'm not skilled enough to edit Ajax. I'm good with everything else except for the Ajax part, and I'm very sorry for that. And same as for the title, if we want something that works like, say, if I change from Wintermint to Peppermint, the title will also change to Peppermint. That's gonna be quite hard to achieve uh, if we retain the variation type of display. But what I have in mind is something much more simpler and also works. So each of these will be the pages for the specific products that we have, like for this one. And this is specific page, this is single page, this is single page, this is single page. So each one of these is this. So let's say a customer clicks peppermint, they go to the peppermint product page for the winter mint or for the adult rinse. Same goes for the other products that we have in the inventory. And the reason why I suggested uh, that we stop using the variation type of products, is because we have this. And like I said earlier, having a dynamic having a dynamic button for this part of the website would be quite impossible, or would be quite difficult to achieve because of Ajax. And doing the plan I have in mind is actually the fastest and the fastest way to achieve this without losing the capability of what you guys have in mind. If I'm not mistaken, that this is what you have in mind. These are different products or whatnot. So it's the same thing for this part here. The reason why I want to separate product uh, for each of the products that we sell to be subscriptions, so we can apply this one here. Yep. So and on to the next part. Yeah, this is something this is something that I would like to clarify also. There's a subscribe and save 10% off uh, option here. I want you guys to clarify me on this because I want to make sure I want to make sure that um, every part that we have here, every text, every detail that we have here is what do you call this is exactly how you guys want it to happen. So if in case that it's something uh, that would take a lot of time to do, you will know. And also on the subscribe savings, this is g- it's not impossible, but it's gonna be difficult because we'll have to get the data on each of the products and display it and load it on the website and then filter it out and then compute the savings. So um, I have an idea, but I'll I'll make sure first that it works before I can tell you guys. But the rest of the display or whatnot is actually doable. For the next one, yeah, this is perfectly doable. As for the last one, this pop-up, I want to understand where does this come in? Will this pop-up load after the site is fully loaded, or if a customer does something? And if it's the latter, Let me know what is that something that the customer that the customer is supposed to do for the pop-up to appear. If not, if it just needs to load upon the site completely loaded, yeah, that's quite easy. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to ask. That's all I need to ask. If I'm gonna ask what's the benefit of having a duplicate set of products for subscription, is that it's gonna make the life of whoever is managing the products easier. Because what I have in mind, let's see here, here, say for example here. So these are all of the simple products right now. I made a I can create a data table for each of the products, makes them easier to manage, and we can change however or wherever we wanna or whatever we want to change, like the title, what else? The pricing. This is an edited data table for its specific use, but if you want to see what it looks like looks like this, yeah. So looks like this with all of the intended data that we need. Oh wait, sorry, that's not it. Sorry about that. hmm This one, maybe it's this one. There you go. So this is a sample for all of the products. This is what I do so to make things faster, uh, makes things easier for me to edit the products and whatnot. So the reason for this is if you go to the SKUs or the SKUs, especially this one, if you can see here, I created something like a pretext or prefix says single. It specifies for a single product. The rest that doesn't have that are are the ones with variations, and they use them on the variations. Anyway, so what I'm suggesting is for our specific products that's with the standard pricing, they will have single on the first part of their SKU or the SKUs, and for the subscription, it's gonna be, say for example, this one. This is uh, an adult rinse and tooth gel package. So instead of single 1063, it's gonna be subscription 1063. This way on the inventory, you guys can easily um, manage or easily trace which products are being sent out if it's for subscription or not. Well, that's all I need to clarify or the questions that I have in mind. Uh, if you guys can answer that quickly, I can uh, so that I can finish up the site sooner. Yeah, well, that's all. Thank you, and let me know if you have questions uh, regarding my suggestions. Thank you.